Good day dear chess lovers, Stolen here, and in today's video I want to share with you a very interesting game where we are going to see staircase pattern. On the white side is Hungarian FIDE master Istvan Polgar and his opponent is Czech international master Jindrich Trapl. The game was played in 1963 in Budva. So earlier I already shared with you both a chess puzzle as well as a game where staircase pattern was used successfully, and here is another bright example of staircase, or which is also known as serpentine theme. Polgar opened up with d4, to which Trapl answered with d5, c4. Queen's Gambit is on the board, Queen's Gambit declined, and black goes for Tarrasch defense. Black is eager to get an isolated pawn, but at the same time black is also getting a foothold in the center and very active bishops. He takes d5, e3. Well, white can also win the pawn on d5. This is another continuation, but in the game we have e3, knight f6, bishop e2. Nothing special at the moment, both players are hurrying to complete the development. Rook e8, and finally white is also castling kingside. Bishop g4. Black is developing his last piece, and in here white hurried too much with connecting his rooks with queen b3. Better is playing h3. If bishop f5, then either knight b5 or rook c1. In our game we have queen b3, and now let's see what's the problem with it. There followed a very strong d4 move. Suddenly this isolated pawn says its word. After d4, white is facing serious problems. Suddenly these pins are becoming unbearable for white. Knight b1. Well, in case of e takes d4, for example, a bishop takes c3 can follow, and then you're losing a piece. In the game we have knight b1, bishop d6. Not the strongest continuation. Let me tell you that in here black had a great chance of finishing up his opponent very quickly. And then d takes e3. Yeah, very strange that black didn't choose this line. The knight is now hanging. If bishop takes c6, then b takes c6, and if knight f3, then rook b8, and then knight g4 with a devastating attack. But in our game after knight b1 we have bishop d6. Queen takes b7, rook c8. As if everything is okay in white's camp, white is also winning a pawn, and now white will pay a high price for this. Queen goes on b5 and d takes e3. White recaptured with the f pawn, but what if bishop takes e3? Can you find the winning line for black? Ready? Here rook takes e3 is winning. If f takes e3, then knight d4. It's over. In our game after d takes e3 we have f takes e3 and bishop takes f3. The knight is removed, after which black knight is jumping on d4, a similar idea we saw in the previous sideline. But in this case white has a chance of moving back the queen all the way to f1, right? There it goes, queen f1, and an exchange on c1 followed. So what if bishop takes c1? Then knight c2 is winning, right? That's why white played queen takes c1, but as the bishop is no longer protected, black damaged white's king side. Queen b8 hitting on h2. Yeah, queen b8 is really a very strong move. f4 neutralizing the threat, and now what? How should black proceed? Can you find black's next moves? Ready? Here we go. Bishop takes f4 followed. Black is removing white's central e-pawn. Diagonals are open, and now everything is ready to finish up white king. At this point already you can give a try to find the staircase pattern. I'm giving you a hint. And only now we're good to go with the solution. Queen b6 check, king h1, queen b7 check, king g1, rook e2. And now how to neutralize the mating threat. White played queen f1, and again we have a check from b6. Now black queen needs to come close and protect this rook. If the rook were protected, we could play knight g4, right? That's why first we need to protect the rook and only then play knight g4. And in order to bring into life that idea, black queen walks up the staircase, or maybe down the staircase, king g1, and finally black knight is on g4. The threat is rook takes g2, and then checkmate. White made the last desperate move, played knight c3, but resigned after queen d4 check. If here, then checkmate, right? So this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed the game. And in the end, a similar thematic chess puzzle where the task is to win with the black pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next video.